Hello everybody, it's Glass Half Dead here, and today I want to talk to you about the idea of whatever these Christmas box things are, taking you from Kill Team up to 40k. Now for those of you that are new to Kill Team, until this new edition released, I was kind of moving over to 40k and I was done with Kill Team, but then the new edition released, now I'm back here. There you go. So, I still have an interest in 40k, I'm still slowly, due to hobby issues and me not liking doing it, moving up to 40k as something that I want to start playing. But right now, obviously, I'm only actually playing Kill Team, but I want to get there. And so I thought, whenever I look at a new purchase, I'm always thinking, does it work for Kill Team? Does it work for 40k? I'm always thinking about both of them combined. Never have I made a purchase and thought, this is just for Kill Team, even though right now I'm only a Kill Team player. Whenever I think about which faction do I want to play in Kill Team, I'm also thinking, would I also want to play that faction in 40k? So anyway, I thought the Christmas boxes are out. They are always big sellers. To be clear, they always sell out. I think actually that's a lie. At my local game store, there are still some of the Imperial Guard boxes from last year. Obviously there was COVID, so it's not a normal year, but like those are still around. Everything else sold out for days. So anyway, I thought we'd look at the latest 6 offerings for 40k. Obviously, I'm not an Age of Sigmar player, so I'm not going to look at those boxes, but depending on the price point, those boxes actually look really interesting to me. I'm never going to play Age of Sigmar, so it's fine, doesn't matter, but actually, they look really good. And like, if I liked the hobby, I would probably buy those. But anyway, moving on. That's the second thing. Firstly, these are all going to sell out, so if you want to buy them, you do have to buy them early. I'm not saying this as some sort of, oh, I'm shilling GW thing. No, I'm saying this because if you're new, I genuinely want you to know these boxes don't last. These are not things that you will be able to pick up day 2 of their release. Often, like they sell out very fast, so you got to get in the queue on the day they're announced and then pre-purchase and all that jazz. It's not super fun, but whatever. This is what GW does every year. It's their Christmas box thing. Okay, now let's go through them. Oh, price point. That's the other thing. Obviously, we don't know what the price is. Normally, I think these are, in the past, they were £100 or £105. This year, I'm gonna guess 125. I'm not overly optimistic on them keeping a solid price point on these boxes. And to be fair, you do get quite a few models in most of these, so I kind of get it. Especially, but like with how little plastic actually costs GW to say, here you go, by the way, 25% price increase. Whatever. Anyway, right, with that preamble said, let's look at the actual boxes. But of course, first, if you're a subscriber to my channel, I'd like to give you a big double hello. Wow, wasn't that wholesome? If you are also interested in not only getting a double hello in the next video, but also potentially going from Kill Team to 40k, let me know. Subscribe now, and actually, I don't know, just let me know, this is a genuine question I have. Am I the only person that plays Kill Team but still cares about moving to 40k? Or like, was everybody else weaned out at the end of last edition, and those people that had started 40k have now progressed, started Kill Team, have now progressed to 40k, and they're never coming back? Or are there people that were like me, they were about to make the jump, but then the new Kill Team came and they took a step? I don't know. I'm genuinely curious about demographics of my channel and Kill Team players in general. Anyway, let's do it. So, Space Marines. Now, for those of you unaware, I'm not really a Space Marine guy until the new Kill Team dropped, at which point I suddenly, because I think Space Marines are actually a pretty good beginner faction, at that point I was kind of like, yeah, I want to learn to play these because actually this is the way the game should probably be learned. So since then, I have taken an interest in Marines. You've seen them on the channel, I assume, maybe. I've played some Infiltrators. I play Infiltrators a lot. And I also want to make some other Space Marine kill teams. Anyway, so in here you get some Blade Guard Veterans, no good for kill team. You get 10 Intercessors, 10 Heavy Intercessors, 5 10 intercessors, 10 assault intercessors, 5 heavy intercessors. Now that right there is a legitimate three kill teams. And in fact, if you want to view it that way, that is a full Space Marine roster, and it covers you for range, melee, and heavy intercessors. What are they? Durability. They're durability. Covers you for durability. And that's pretty good actually. Like, as these things go, you know, on top of having yourself a nice little start to a 40k force, which I believe this is, like, if you don't have anything for 40k and you want to play Marines, this is a great place to start. It does give you models that you are going to use. These are like a lot of troops. You need that to start a game, to start an army. This is a good battle force thing to buy if you want to play Marines. To my very limited knowledge of 40k, obviously. You also have the land speeder. Now, I kind of love land speeders. That's just my thing. I've never owned one, but you know, there's the land speeder that has the scouts hanging off of it. I've just always loved that. Just always loved it. Never owned it, but that's one of those things that I would buy to just have because I think it's awesome. Whenever you have a ship that have things like men hanging off it or women hanging off it, that's my jam. Anyway, so this is actually a good box. 10/10 would buy depending on price point. Now we go over to the Sisters of Battle. This is where we get a little bit complicated because obviously Sisters of Battle now have the novitiates, and that's like the bespoke kill team. So why would I buy this? I don't know. But, you know, whatever. So this just comes with a Sister Dogmata, who's a character which we can't use. But, you know, fine characters. It's fine. Celestian Sacrosanct can't use. Make amazing conversions, though. Like, I think they're great models. 10 Battle Sisters and then 2 tanks. So, okay, yes, you are getting a full kill team out of this. The 10 Battle Sisters. But that's it. All in all. From a kill team perspective, this isn't good. Let's just say it. It's not good. You're only getting access to one of their kill teams, the Sisters of Battle's fire teams. Sorry, 2 fire teams, but the same. And you can't use anything else, which, unlike the Marines, which were pretty good. However, for 40k, this is, to my understanding, like the core of your army. You always take what are they called? The Sacrosancts. You'll probably need to buy more of them. The Dogmata, good character. Sisters of Battle, you're going to need them. And you probably do need both tanks. So an Immolator is a transport. That's good. They have a stratagem, they're called, that allows you to like pre-move it if you put a specific, what are they called? If you put a specific unit in there and suddenly you're getting extra use out of its Immolator flamer things. And then the Exorcists, a little bit maligned at the moment, but as just shown in the SN battle report over the weekend, you know, they did their big no legends retreat whitewash thing. One Exorcist tank actually does pretty well. You can just have it at the back of your backfield, use deploy that allows it to fire out of line of sight every turn. It's done. It's good to go. So actually, great for 40k. Brilliant start to your army. Middling at best for kill team. Then we go to the Omniscience Talon, the Admech. I will say, for whatever reason, right now I'm not really pumped for Admech, so I don't know what's good and what's bad here exactly. These are all things that you're going to see, and I think that if you're playing Admech in 40k on a very wanting to still have friends level, then this is probably good for you. I know that the Fly guys have a nice little tactic that lets them drop right down and then immediately flamer some dudes. I believe the horses, sorry, the Hellhound dogs are a little bit out of favour at the moment. They're not great because they took a drop to their wounds in the new edition, in the new codex. So then, but again, Admech, because they're so strong, you should probably take a few not best models. Now, they're giving you the classic, what is it, the Tech Priest Manipulus? Oh, no, sorry, that's the Manipulus. So that's actually a good Tech Priest to get because he's newish. there's the other one, which basically anyone that has ever played Admech has about 10 copies of the standard Tech Priest. It's a cool model, but everybody has it because it was included with everything ever. So that's pretty good. And then you just get 10 Skitarii Rangers, and you get we call it the Chicken Walker, the Las Chicken, whatever it's called. That is obviously an absolute must-have. That's a great addition. And 5 Ruststalkers. So in that, we do indeed have a full Skitarii Admech kill team, and an acceptable start to a 40k faction. I will say, if you're looking at 40k because you want to dominate the tournament scene, this probably isn't the best start for you. But if you just want to like play the game and play Admech and like not have everybody hate you, then this is probably a decent little box. And it gives you the full kill team. Of course, Admech have their White Dwarf faction, which is the same essentially as their Compendium faction models. So this gives you everything you could ever want in kill team for Admech. It does seem to have not that many models, I would argue, but it is what it is. If you want to play Admech, it seems good. Then we get to the Death Guard. Now, when I first saw this, I looked at it and said, that actually looks like a really decent little army for Death Guard. You want the Plague Burst Crawler. You want those that are they're the Mephitic Blight launch. My God, Mephitic Blight Haulers. You want those. So that's 2 good things in the vehicles. You've got the Death Shroud Terminators there, which I believe in 40k you really want to be playing not the Death Shroud. You want to be playing the Blight Lords because I think they're a little bit cheaper. I'm not 100% up on the meta for Death Guard, but either way, they're very similar. You know, they're 40mm bases, just like the Blight Lords. You could probably just proxy them if you need to. And then you just get just a box of Plague Marines. So you're not getting many models, but actually, if I was able, what's the word? If I were able to paint Death Guard in a way that I liked, and I could make them look like, you know, Death Knights from WoW, which is like a thing, like the Frozen Plague, Death Plague, whatever they're called, I would buy this army. If I was able to paint them, I would buy these. So there you go. I actually think this is a decent starter force. You're going to need more of everything if you want to play in 40k and be like competitive, but this plus a combat patrol, that's a really good start. Then you just need to add like 10 Blightlord Terminators or something. When it comes to kill team, so no Poxwalkers, it's fine. You've got Plague Marines. That's a full Death Guard kill team at the moment. There you go. And who knows, right? Who knows? Maybe maybe the Terminators are going to be the bespoke team for them. Who knows, right? Moving on though, we come to the Necrons. Now, when I first saw this, obviously you get more Necron warriors, and it's like, if you collect Necrons, or if you've even been around for the last year, you probably already have Necron warriors. But then I looked at everything else on offer, and actually, this seems like a really nice little force and addition. So you get is it the Plasmancer? You get one of the you get one of the Mancers. Looks cool, nice, 2 thumbs up. You need them probably. I do not know. I have the codex, but I don't know the difference between the 4 Mancers. I don't know which one's good, which one's bad. I'm sure you can proxy it as any of the 4, if I'm being entirely honest with you. You get one of the Heavy Destroyers. That's cool. Seeing that in one of the boxes. You get the 5 Flayed ones. Now, I believe Flayed ones are good for like dropping on a back objective. Like deep striking into your enemy's deployment zone. And rodding, as they call it, or whatever. So that's good because they're a small kind of cheap unit. They are elites, unfortunately, which takes up a valuable slot for you. But they're not bad. They are terrible to build, though. I'll give them that. And then crazy, you also get Ophidian Destroyers. I believe they're not really in vogue at the moment. Again, they take up they're either an elite slot or a fast attack slot. I can't remember, but either way, they're not really used at the moment. Oh, but you know, with the FAQ change, the balance day state, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're the new hotness. You get 2 Canoptek Doomstalkers, which is really cool. Now, I say that as somebody with far too many Necrons, but yet at the same time being someone that claims they don't play 40k and doesn't have a Necron army. And actually, you know what? 2 Canoptek Doomstalkers is something I would like to have. So this has actually grabbed my attention, I've got to say, purely because of those 2 big models in there. Now, I believe competitively, they're not really favoured. Right now, people are saying you shouldn't run them. You should instead run the Arc Barge Annihilator. Tomb Barge thing. Not the transport. Not the Doomsday weapon thing. But the other thing. It's the same slot type as them. It's a heavy. And it's basically an identical model and stat-wise, but costs like 20 points more, but you get 4 extra guns on it. Apparently that's just significantly better than them in almost every way. It's faster, it has fly, and 4 more guns, and well worth the extra points it costs. So yeah, I would buy this. Yeah. And then we come to the Orks. Now, obviously, Orks have just taken a little bit of a nerf with the buggies coming up and the plane ruling. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm meant to talk about Kill Team, aren't I? I'm getting carried away. This is not great for Kill Team, in my opinion. However, that's only because Death Marks and Immortals are so key. Like, I can't see you playing a game of Necrons without one of those 2 fire teams, and then either the Warriors or the Flayed ones are the addition to it. But you do get a full kill team. You do get the option. Sorry, it's not an option. In fact, now that I think about it further, you will get 10 Warriors here. So you can create 5 with the Flayer and 5 with the Blaster. No, Reaper, sorry. And then, so you do actually have options. You can take either of the 2 fire teams in any mix for the Warriors, and then the Flayed ones, one of which will be your leader. It's not optimal. Let's just say it's not optimal. Yeah, let's just say that and move on. If you're thinking of buying this and you really want to have that full Necron kill team, this isn't for you. Just go and buy the kill team. Although I believe, yeah. I was just going to say, I think in the Combat Patrol you get Immortals, but actually off the top of my head, I can't remember. That might have been last year's Christmas box I'm thinking of. So then we come to Orks. Now, Orks, again, similar to the Sisters, Orks have their Commando kill team. I'm not quite sure. Some people like the Greenskins team. If you want to play the Greenskins, go for it. I personally am just of the opinion that if you already have your bespoke team, that's how you should be playing kill team. There you go. That's all. But you know what? If you want the full ability to run anything in your super faction, in this instance, Orks, then, you know, what does this give you? So, right, let's look at it from the 40k side first. Sorry. So, 5 knobs, 20 boys, 10 Gretchen, Death Killer Wartrike, big mech with shock attack gun, and the Dakka Jet. So this is a similar issue with the Necrons there when it comes to this kill team, although arguably even worse. So from a 40k perspective, this is what an Ork kill army should look like, and this is what it should begin with, right? But the codex seems to be a bit out of whack, and this isn't what Ork armies look like anymore. Make of that what you will. At some point in the next decade, I'm sure that all of these models will be useful. Right now, if you're going for a competitive list, you're not using most of these, is my understanding. There you go. Weird, sucks, I agree, but that's how it is. Now, FAQs might change things. With the nerf to buggies, Orc players might be looking more at infantry-based lists again. I don't know. Having a plane is cool. Planes are cool, I generally feel. But this isn't a competitive list. But again, much like I said with the Admech, which is a very uncompetitive Admech list there, this will be fine. If you just want to play some mid-tables, if you want to just have fun with friends, great. You need all of these, lots of troops there, which you're going to need as Orcs. Kill team, it's not great. So you do get the Gretchen, so you can swap some Orc boys out, but basically you just get 10 Orc boys. And that's it. Now, it's not that Orc boys are bad, actually. Like, they're fine. Oh, and I suppose if you want, you can quite easily say that all of the ones with the Slugger Chopper are commandos, if you want to do that. So you can have 5 commandos and 5 boys. Like, that's fine. You know, you can mix it up a bit. But all in all, this is very not great for greenskins, I would say. And of course, no commandos. So, okay, so shockingly, at the end of this video, I'm actually going to say that I think the Shield Breaker Strike Force is the best one for Kill Team. And, crazy as it might sound, for 40k as well. Which is odd, I feel. But, you know, with that said, I don't really know the meta of Marines. No, you know what? Yes, I do. Sorry. Marines, to be competitive in 40k, require a bunch of Forge World Dreadnoughts, because the state of the meta over there is terrible. Let's not kid ourselves. I think that actually the best for 40k is probably the Sisters, because I think all of these will see use on the table. Like, at any level of list, whether you're keeping it casual or whether you're going top tier, I think Sisters is actually the best 40k battle box here. Or you know what, maybe I would probably also say Death Guard, but I think with Death Guard you kind of have to then add on the Combat Patrol on top. But once you do that, that's a really solid list. Then you just need like 1 or 2 more things, like some Terminators, and you have a full 2,000 point army. So I almost have to give, odd as it might sound, value for money to the Death Guard on that one. And for Kill Team, that's a full list. At the moment in Kill Team, it seems like you don't really want to be using Plague Bearers. That's the wrong word. What are they called? Poxwalkers. There you go. Whereas the Sisters for Kill Team are a little bit lackluster, I would probably say. It's just 10 models. You know, it doesn't give you access to any of your additional things. Although, again, if you add a Combat Patrol, that will give you full access to everything you could possibly use for Sisters. Likewise, ditto for the Death Guard there. Well, okay, everybody. I've got to be honest. I would have really liked to have seen a GC the Cults box, because that's my current interest, GC the Cults. But you know what? Screw it. Who cares? Their codex is just coming out. It would be odd to release a box set alongside the new codex, because you know that would let everybody get the models super cheap early on. So maybe not. Anyway, everybody, are you going to pick any of these up? Oh, okay. Stop me now, please. Please stop me. But actually, Death Guard. I might buy the Death Guard box and then also buy the Combat Patrol box. And I think that's like a full army of Death Guard. And then what? Yeah, like, I might do that. Please stop me. What are you going to buy? Does anything here interest you? Or are you kind of a little bit like, it's not for me? Or are you fully on the Kill Team train and you're just like, you haven't been able to change the channel, so you're still actually watching this? Also, you know, I don't have a painted up Death Guard team yet. They scare me because of their slow speed, but you know what? You know what? I could do it. Anyway, everybody, this is Big Glass Update. I hope you've enjoyed what I've said. What are your thoughts on all of these Christmas box things? Are you a Kill Team player now and excited that you don't have to care about picking these up because they're not really that great for kill team, I wish I was there with you. Unfortunately, I'm, depression buying. So, yeah. Guys, I hope you've had a good day and continue to have a good day. Goodbye.